Hello, inspired leader, and welcome to week 3 in the empathy series. We are exploring how to live into empathy, and I'm using the acronym LIVE to unpack the skill sets of empathy. So we started with listening. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that video, go back a couple of weeks to April 16th, where I unpack listening, an underrated yet super impactful skill set. And the I stands for inquire. So last week I talked about how can you inquire, ask more questions, be curious about how that person's feeling in the experience that they're talking about. The V is all about validate. This is an opportunity for you to validate the human being you're in a conversation with. And that can look like lots of things. It might be validating their perspective as truth for them. Far too often, we try to talk people out of their perspective and encourage them to see our perspective. I know I'm busted. I am totally guilty of doing that many times in my leadership and in my interpersonal relationships. And so I'm really practicing not trying to influence people into my perspective, but instead validating their experience, their perspective, and being curious about their perspective. It's also really helpful to validate their feelings. When I've been in struggle and hard situations and met with really skilled empathy, there was often an acknowledgement and a validation of how I was feeling. And it could be a simple statement of, oh gosh, that sounds really hard. I remember when someone said that to me, and I just felt so like relieved. I could almost feel yeah, it is hard. I am having a hard time. You just feel validated in your experience. And so you feel less alone and you feel less self-doubt in that moment. You're like, okay, this is legit what I'm experiencing right now. Oh, it's so impactful when we can validate in an empathy moment. So I encourage you to practice that as you see someone. Maybe it doesn't have to be struggle. Maybe it's simply empathizing with their point of view in a meeting, in a conversation. Can you listen? Can you inquire? Can you validate that that's a worthwhile perspective? And then be curious. Empathy is the skill set and presence that we need right now. So many people are feeling off kilter. There's a lot of opportunity for people to kind of behave differently or behave negatively right now when their amygdala gets activated by all the fear and uncertainty. So I really believe that empathy is the antidote to that. And when we can bring our empathy to the table in conversations, we are going to be more effective as leaders. We're going to build more meaningful connection, and we're going to be able to navigate the bumpy waters ahead in a grounded, connected, just a really human place. And so I'm really determined for myself to lean on empathy more and leave my advice, my ideas to the side, and just really show up in full presence to that other human being. So I invite you to join me in this practice. We've unpacked the first 3 skills of empathy. Stay tuned for next week when I'll tell you all about the E in live. We'll see you then.